What we like about the sector is engagement continues to grow. 60% of teenagers play video games. They're playing on average 3.5 hours per day. 50 colleges offer video game scholarships. The live viewership of Twitch, the live game streaming site, is a larger audience than the live viewership of major television networks like CNN and MSNBC. And so engagement continues to grow. The video game developer's business model is evolving to a recurring revenue model. Used to be a very hit-driven business tied to new game releases. Today, because consoles are connected to the internet, video game developers can offer extra content, like content refreshes, expansion packs, special events and tournaments, and that means that the initial purchase of a game is just the beginning of a game's monetization. So you have a more predictable and valuable earnings stream, and then finally, you have numerous free options around esports monetization, industry consolidation, live streaming of video games. Within a few years, it will be a commercial reality that the technology will exist to play video games using your controller on a smart television, bypassing entirely the console. Once consumers don't have to buy a $400 console, that opens up the addressable market for video game developers from today's current console base, over 100 million households, to hundreds of millions of smart televisions.
So Samantha, for some of these reasons, I mean, the stock has already been a pretty big winner, up more than 60% in the last 12 months. You say there's potentially another 60% to go?
Yes, so that's a very good point. So Take-Two's earnings have grown 70% over the last year. So although the stock is up, that move only captures the appreciation in their earnings. But when you buy Take-Two, we believe you're getting best-in-class content creation. The company's games have the highest average game score of any video game studio. You're also getting industry-leading growth. Take-Two, over the next few years, is seeing the largest content slate in their history, and so combined with their growing recurring revenue base, they will see the highest growth in the industry. And then finally, the stock trades at a discount to the peer group because it's a small player in an industry where there are economies of scale, and so thus the bigger players have higher margin profiles. And so we think you have upside. We're Take-Two to trade at just the peer average multiple on our 2019 earnings estimate. That's an $176 stock, which is 40% higher than the current stock price.
Samantha, something I stumbled on earlier this week, if you put into a Google search box, who owns, the first suggested phrase is who owns Fortnite. So I wonder how you think about this idea that a small game developer, privately held, can create this tremendous phenomenon and essentially dominate young people's eyeball hours for a long stretch of time when it comes to, who exactly has the best franchises in video games.
Yeah, it's been fascinating to watch Fortnite. They hit on the zeitgeist of what appeals to tweens and teens, whether it's the cartoon look of the game. It doesn't look like a violent shooter game. It incorporates elements of pop culture, whether it's Dance Party or Hunger Games. And so Fortnite, for the other players, has more positives than negatives. It's brought a lot of new gamers into the category, younger, more female. It's training an entire user base on in-game monetization and continual purchases, even after you've downloaded the initial game. And it's a format, Battle Royale, that can be applied in other games. And so on balance, there's more positives than negatives. The negative being that it does draw engagement away from other names. And then the only other thing I'd add is, Fortnite was a game that was 5 or 6 years in the making. Epic Games, the studio that developed it, sold a 40% stake in the company to Tencent, the world's largest gaming company, to get that game developed. And so there are some people bearish on the industry that look at Fortnite as an example of how industry barriers are coming down. We actually believe that the history of Fortnite, how it came to be, who its backers are, doesn't prove that out at all.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.